Hey, you guys. We better have a smudge. Same crap, different day on the news. People not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Or are they doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing and we just don't like it? Good juju in, good juju in, good juju in, good juju in. I have already called in the protection. Entertainment purposes only. Please don't forget about our live on Thursday nights, Thursday Night All Live, A Live, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, every Thursday. So that is for political questions. First Friday of every month is the members only live, again at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and this one is for personal questions. Okay. We got quite a few questions. Thanks, you guys. And thanks to subscribers, new and not so new. Thanks for showing up, you guys. Okay. So I have a couple things I want to read on. One, I don't really need much because what I knew was going to happen anyway already happened. All right, but we're going to see what's in the future beyond today with that situation. Okay, so somebody said, been seeing a lot of posts about Frum's health, which is a bunch of BS, agreed, on how perfect his health is. We all know his doctor is a whack job. It's beautiful. And we'll say it report as Frump wants him to. Okay, so we're going to ask the pendulum about Frump's health and see if my suspicions are right. Okay, so let's get started with the pendulum. Okay, let me see. Where's my yes? Okay, can you see that? Hopefully you can see it better and hear me better. I pulled the camera up closer, the phone up closer. All right. David, are you present? Are you here? Yes. Thank you. Can we ask you some questions? Yes. Thank you. Okay, clear, please. Okay, so what this person wants to know is there going to be any repercussions for this doctor who is lying? Okay. Will there be repercussions for the lies that F. Rump's doctor has told the public about his health recently? Yes. Thank you. Clear, please. Will this doctor have their license taken from them, their license to practice medicine? No. Clear, please. Will they pay a fine? Yes. Thank you. Clear, please. Will they remain the president's doctor, the next president's doctor? No. There we go. Thank you. So there's power taken away there twice. Money and position. Okay. Thank you. Somebody had a question about okay, it says, I have a question. I did my pendulum. I got my mom. When I get in touch with spirit, I get dizzy after using the pendulum. Is that normal? That is perfectly normal. That is your 3D body acclimating to the connection with spirit. So that is perfectly normal. Okay, U.S. troops. Another question. U.S. troops have moved to Panama. Will U.S. troops be involved in a battle in Panama? No. They think he's crazy. Okay. Okay, someone wants to know if Adam Schiff or Dick Durbin are having shadow investigations to turn over their findings to the military or to Jack Smith or both. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's a good no. Or I'm sorry, that's a good yes. That's a yes. Sorry about that. Okay, let's please ask Spirit about voting and voting rights. Well, we have them by the midterms. Will we have voting rights by the upcoming midterms? Yes. And is that because F. Rump will be out of the presidential office permanently? Yes. Okay. Will Jasmine Crockett be on the team of panel members that take over when F. Rump is removed permanently from office? Yeah. So someone was asking about a lawyer. I mean, there's a lot of lawyers on Capitol Hill, so, but that makes sense because she doesn't take any crap. That's why we like her so much, you guys. Okay, we still have the question, will F. Rump be successful in having a parade, a military parade on April 20th of this coming Sunday on Easter? No. Will F. Rump ever be successful in having a military parade for himself? No. And we all know whose birthday that is, and if you don't, that would be Hitler's birthday. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Someone wants to know, will Adam Kissinger be on the panel of leaders that takes over after F. Rump is permanently removed from presidential office? No. How about Chris Christie? No. Okay. How about Mark Cuban? Yes. Okay. Understand that doesn't mean that they're like, they will be deeply associated. Some of these people will be deeply associated, but they won't necessarily be on the panel proper, if you get what I'm saying. That's what I'm being told. Okay. Someone wants to know if F. Rump will go after people posting on social media that do not agree with him. No. Okay. So are the tarot card readers who are anti-F. Rump be okay? And he won't go after us? Okay. Thank you. That's a yes, he will not go after us. Will Anonymous come through with info on the clown show, on the current quote-unquote so-called administration? Yes. So that's two questions about Mark Cuban. Will Mark Cuban be instrumental somehow in taking back and straightening out the United States? That's a yes. Okay. Okay, I can't, the time frames never work. I have a question about the 3 days of darkness starting this Friday. And there's no way for me to ask that question without a time frame in it. Let's ask about the 3 days of darkness again. Energy changes. Will there be 3 days of darkness soon? That's as good as I can get with time frames. Yes, thank you. Clear, please. Will this be a power grid darkness? No. Thank you. Will this be an internet darkness? Yes. Okay. Will the 3 days of darkness be caused by will the 3 days of darkness happen because of the removal of Ephraim from the White House permanently? Yes. Will this be anything that Ephraim instigates? No. Okay. So I can't really answer that question because it's a time frame. And I do apologize. However, I have been being told that it will be before the end of August. Someone says, I really want to know if Putin is out of this world once and for all. People say that what I saw was AI. A lot of us have been saying that. Okay. Is the Red Tsar from the Red Country still breathing and walking around on the planet Earth physically? No. Okay, when I see AI, I can tell it's AI because the people in the picture look like a copy and paste or a cutout. Okay. Yeah, so energy's still the same for Obama. All right, being on that panel. Let's check in real quick with President Harris. Will Kamala Harris be the President of the United States immediately after Ephraim is removed from... Will she be the next President of the United States shortly after Ephraim is removed from the White House? Okay, thank you. Clear, please. And will Governor Walz, Vice President Walz, join her as Vice President? Yes. Okay, yes for both of those. Alrighty then. Let's check the current energy. The stained glass deck today. This is the box for the stained glass, not a promotion. And we say that because we should have permission to promote other people's products. Temperance. Now, I'm not feeling completely balanced because things are up and down and back and forth. But I'm feeling a lot more balance than I have. Temperance. Finding balance. Five of Swords. This can be winning at any cost, or in this situation, it's going to be keeping moving forward. Okay, Ace of Wands, new beginnings. Taking action. bringing about new beginnings. Letting go of the ties that bind, letting go of people, places, things, ways of thinking, ways of taking action. Trying to get away from that light, you guys. Light's chasing me around. 10 of Cups. This is the We Have Arrived card. This energy can be future energy. Six of Wands, victory. Excellent. I don't even want to go any further, because we leave stuff. That's all we need to know about that. So let's ask about, there will be a World War III. This is the Unfolding Path Tarot. Not a promotion. Okay, tell us about if there will be a World War III. I'm being told no, but let's look anyway. Let's keep it a little bit interesting. Two of Wands, making a choice. She doesn't look all that upset. She knows she has the world in front of her. World of possibilities. King of Swords. Truth tellers are not going to allow it to happen. Truth's coming out. Oh, he'd love that. Ten of Swords. End of a battle. Yes, it's painful, and it's going to be painful, but it will be the end of a battle. Does not mean World War III. My goodness, Nine of Swords. So we have the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords. This is our worry. Rosie said something. Well, she said something I always say, but she put a different spin on it. I tend to want to send my light to our catalyst person out of compassion, okay? Because it's important for me personally, and this isn't for everyone, it's important for me personally to have some type of compassion. But what she said was send our light out to him and his minions, because they can't bear it. Because what they're doing has to be brought out into the open. And the thing is, it is being brought out into the open. That doesn't do anything until somebody acts on it. So we'll check in with the bunny cards on that, on people taking action on that. Okay, the Knight of Cups. Okay, so we've got two cards pertaining to worry. Well, one pertaining to worry, one pertaining to the end of a battle. And we've got three cards that are very positive. Two of Wands, King of Swords, Knight of Cups. This is World War III. Oh, there we go. Eight of Cups, walking away from an existing situation. No on the World War III. Four Swords. resting up, protected, supported. Three of Swords. We will come out of this energy. The energy of betrayal, lies, deceit. Three of Pentacles. We will begin to build a firmer foundation. See the prosperity? And Ace of Pentacles. New abundant beginnings. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh dear. Are we going to... The truth. Thank you, Spirit Team. The truth. The truth being acted upon. Will the truths that have been coming out be acted upon with results that benefit the people of the United States and the world? King of Wands. Yes. Information, actions being taken. Someone, a leader who is not afraid to move forward. Knight of Wands. It's more action, more information coming. Four of Cups. Something else on offer. That will be our panel. The old ways are done. These cups are empty. The old ways of doing things are done. Page of Pentacles. Young, fresh ideas. Fresh. Pentacles is power. Unfortunately, money is power. Even if it's just the power of getting your needs met, it still holds power, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's about the abuse of power that's a problem. So that is fresh ideas, a little bit of a younger generation of leaders. Yeah. Justice. The Moon. What's hidden coming to light. The Star. Renewed faith. Wishes coming true. Dreams coming true. Five of Swords. And the energy I'm getting from this card right now is not taking the easiest path. About stepping up and taking the harder path. I'm taking a leap of faith. And here we go. Ten of Swords again, end of the battle. And Ten of Wands. Moving towards that dream, that desire. Dropping, because the Ten of Wands is about a heavy load, a big burden. So it is a big burden, but one by one, carrot by carrot, issue by issue, step by step, it'll be taken care of. And the Magician, transmuting this dark, dense, heavy, deceitful energy into light energy. Power to the collective. And Six of Pentacles. That is leaving something for generations to come. That is generational wealth on every level, not just financial. All right. Well, we're going to ask about if Mr. Garcia will ever be returned to the United States. I just heard yes. Use the pendulum anyway. Okay. Well, Mr. Garcia, who was sent to El Salvador for absolutely no reason, no criminal record, will he ever be returned to the United States? And that's a yes. Clear, please. Will that happen while F. Rump is in power at the White House? No. Okay. All right. Now, I'd like to do something that has a timeline on it for you, but the truth is I'm not going to get people's hopes up, and then it doesn't happen because, honestly, F. Rump has, I mean, yes, he's a moron. I'm aware. And no, he's not that smart. I'm aware of that, too. However, I don't want to give time frames because it's like I've noticed that he'll stop doing something that he's doing that is awful just in the nick of time before it really catches up with him. Now, at some point, he won't be able to control himself. He's almost there. He's cognitively, no, he's not. Yeah, he's cognitively something, but now what that doctor said. I mean, how obvious can it be? Slurring, can't, repeats himself over and over, and that's not, oh, he's a bad person because he has dementia. No, or because he has cognitive issues. No. He's just not a nice person. And he said something to the press about, oh, my heart's good and I've got a good soul. And the part of that, because when you hear something like this from somebody like him, it hits you that you can't work with this person. I have a good soul. He truly believes that. This is the problem. He truly believes that. You can't work with that. So things will happen. He is his own downfall. That is what I was just told. He is his own downfall. Because again, at some point he's not going to be able to control himself at all. He's not doing a great job of that right now. Honestly. So, anywho. All right, you guys. I know it was a kind of short one today. That's okay. It's okay. I'm going to go to my daughter's house. Visit with that baby for a while. All right. Thanks for showing up, you guys. Don't forget to make sure I've lost a whole bunch of subscribers again. And I'm not complaining. I'm just stating facts here. I'm truly not complaining. When I'm making a point with this, I've lost a bunch of subscribers, and then I'll gain them back. And now I haven't looked to see if it's the same people or not. I haven't looked to see that. So I don't think I have it in me to do that, and it doesn't really matter anyway, because I think I'm trying to understand something I can't understand. I can understand an algorithm to a point, but I'm not an IT person. So, anywho, something is still going on. Hopefully, the sound is better since I'm closer to the phone, to the camera. But if just check and make sure that you're still subscribed, okay? And if you're not, resubscribe. And either way, please make sure that you click on that subscribe button one more time for the notifications and click on all. Please and thank you. All right, you guys. Much love and many blessings. I see you in the funny paper.